challenges. Let us know if we can make any of the presentation easier. We do have other people that are going to go through the class in the future. But more importantly, for those who are not on the call tonight and are listening to this recording, if you have a question regarding Lesson 1, feel free to email me at major7marketing@gmail.com. That's major7, that's the number 7, marketing@gmail.com. So what we'll do here tonight is I have a list of the attendees, and I'm going to call on each and every one of you if you don't have a question or not. So maybe you can give a comment on the training so far, how you see it's going to fit in to help you with your goals. And in addition to that, any question that's asked, always figure out a way how that could be applicable to you as well. So again, we're in this together. We're in this for results. And giving it to you in parts and pieces, they're still unknowns to you. But I can assure you, when you look at it through the rearview mirror, when you're all finished, it's going to seem pretty simple to you. And all the pieces and parts fit together really nice. And it's always really fun and exciting when you get people asking you about your business. And when you can be in control of that situation where you're not out there asking people, they're coming directly to you. So we look forward to that. What I'm going to do is I will open up the microphone for, let's see, who do we have here first tonight? We have Brandon Ivy. Brandon, you're up on top of the queue. Do you have any questions regarding Lesson 1?
Well, hello, Mike. I don't have any question, but I just do have a comment. I want to say, first of all, fantastic training on Lesson 1. I did learn a lot, and even though I've been in this industry for a while, I'm always learning. And one thing that I've already seen a change is focusing on your presentation, and meaning your page. What does it look like? Does it look professional? Does it have enough right detailed information? So I spent some time going through my profile and making sure that it's presentable, it makes sense, it's not just generic, it's branding, and that people will want to know more information. So already I've learned from that Lesson 1 and how to make myself have a presentable LinkedIn profile page. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And Brandon, I think you said something important, branding. And I want everybody to think about this, because as you go through LinkedIn training and you further yourself and you get into social media marketing and different things, you're the brand. And when you're on LinkedIn, I want you to think about your being on the Letterman Show or the Tonight Show or Conan O'Brien. Everybody in the world at some point here could see you. So you want to present yourself in the best way that you can. So that's really the age that we live in today. So keep that in mind. And again, that 5 seconds to get somebody's attention. Thanks, Brandon. I'm going to move on to Cassandra. How are you today?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Certainly can, Cassandra.
All right. I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. And the only question I had was, how do you make your specialties link up with what it is that you're saying about yourself in the business world? Like, I've never really been in business per se, but I've always done other things, and I wanted to know how I can make those things link up with what I'm doing now.
Okay. So I think what you're asking me is you want to be able to demonstrate, some of your past, your past specialties or your areas of expertise. Is that correct? Over and above
yes.
the Sherlock? Okay. Well, Cassandra, I think what you should do is this. Here's an exercise, and then you can email me and I'll help you. I want you to put down in an email and describe some of the things that you've done in the past that you would want to include. So
Okay.
something along the lines like this. Well, right now you're a consumer savings specialist. Okay? You show people online how to get the best prices on products and services, right? So that's a specialty, correct?
Yes.
So if you use that as an example, and another one, you're a home-based business prosperity expert. Okay?
Okay.
You know, I think one of the things that we have to look at is if you approach your business in the mindset of, you know, many of us were brought up just to survive. But think back when you were a child, how many times were you told to prosper? So I think that's one of the that's a very big word for people getting into business. They think about getting into business, but do they really think about prospering? So that'll give you some ideas here on how to make, you know, how to come up with some of your specialties, and I'd like to see you have 4 or 5 of them. Okay. And then what we'll do, Cassandra, is we'll go in and we'll sprinkle them back into your template. Those keywords and phrases as well, which gets you a higher ranking on LinkedIn, and it gets you, you know, you could potentially get ranked on a page on Google for those keywords, depending on what they are.
Okay.
Does that answer your question? Is that helpful?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Well, what you do, start that process, putting some things down on email and send them over to me. I'll take a look at them. We'll trade some emails. I'll look at your profile. We'll tweak and massage it, and we'll get you you know, taking care of that, you know, for that particular question that way. So I'm always here to answer emails and different things like that. So you know, use that. Okay?
Okay. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I'm going to go to Evangeline next out in Beverly Hills. Evangeline, your mic's open. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening. Oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. I want to say I really appreciate you offering this class, and it's just been awesome. Even just for the past couple of days, I actually went back to my profile because I was really waiting for your class so I could really learn how to do it professionally. And I actually did the keyword exercise that you were talking about with the phrases. I didn't go to sleep till like 3:30 that morning, but
Wow.
you know what? It actually did work. At the end, I put in, I wanted mine focused on network marketing just to start with. And I did exactly what you said, put it in those 5 places and stuff. And sure enough, I searched network marketing. I was in the front page in the #1 position. That was just so awesome because you told us we would get, you know, we would actually get to see those results, and we did it. And I said, okay, I'm going to see about this. And sure enough, it worked. It was really awesome. But I imagine you probably, like you were saying, working on your profile or spending at least 45 minutes a day, because I imagine that there's other people that are doing the same thing or might be, and I imagine you probably have to check that, you know, every other day or so to make sure you're still, you know, at least on the first page, if not, you know, in the #1 position.
Right.
But
Well,
I did have one question, if I may. I wanted to know, do they have a specific place to put any of your military background? Because I didn't really see any, or do we have to just put that in the chronological part with our employment history and stuff?
I believe you can. I believe it goes under experience, but I can find out for you. I don't remember seeing a special category for military. So you can, you know, present that, Evangeline, in the experience, just like you said.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I want to clarify something that you said too.
Okay.
Not just 45 minutes on your profile. I mean, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to use the LinkedIn system that we show you, the 3 or 4 parts and pieces that you're going to have. You're going to combine that, and what you're going to be required to do to get really good results is to spend about 45 minutes on all those parts, not individually, but collectively.
Okay. Can I say one more thing before you go to the next person?
Sure.
I just want to say, Brandon, I certainly enjoy you. I'm so happy that you're on this class with me, too. I feel like I'm among greatness. I love listening to your presentations and stuff during the day and during the week and stuff, and it's so awesome. I'm so happy that you're here with us, too. It's great.
Okay. Very good. Thanks, Evangeline. I'm going to circle back. Let's see. Let me go to Kathleen Calder. Kathleen, good evening. Mic is open. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen.
What seems the way that mankind loves?
We'll come back to Kathleen. Mac McFadden, good evening, Mac. Your mic is open. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody where you're from?
Hi, Mike. Good to hear from you again tonight. My name is Mac McFadden from Tallahassee, Florida. I enjoyed your training on 2 nights ago on Tuesday. I've been with LinkedIn for some time, but I've never known how to use it, and being able to build a profile I'm still in the process of it, but you've been a big help to me. Just because I've begun, it's showing the update to some of the I don't know what you call them on LinkedIn, but some of the friends and contacts that I have with LinkedIn have already responded back to me. Good to hear from you, that type of stuff. I'm like Cassandra. I've got multiple non-related experiences other than, that doesn't relate to the Shocking Sherlock, but trying to figure out how to tie that in as well, because most of my experiences with the government and the military. And then, that was one of my questions that Evangeline had, was where do you put that military as well?
Okay. Well, you can, as I answered the question, Mac, put it down in experience in the chronological order part, but you're not active anymore in the military, right?
No, but my experience in the military and the personnel field and the HR and whatnot is it helps with the FEMA side of things that I'm working with now.
Sure, right. And you can combine, if you have a project and you want to present yourself as 50-50, if you have a primary obligation like FEMA right now, or you have a primary job, there is a way, and that'll all unfold for you. But you can, and I suggest that you do show both. It's totally up to you. You could go one way or the other, but I really believe the credibility, the uniqueness of one person is, everything that makes them whole. So if it were, I'm just going to make that suggestion that you can combine things.
Yeah, I've got 3 on my under my name there, that different types of things.
Okay. Okay. Well, each and every one of you, when you get finished, I'm going to go in and work with you, and we'll look over the final version of what you have, and we'll tweak and massage, and then we're going to move on to the next lesson. So do the best you can. Don't try to make it perfect. It's the first time you're doing something like this with your profile. That's why I'm here to help you. So do the best you can. When you get it completed, when you think it's completed, you're going to want to send me an email, and then I'll review it. I'll send you some notes back, and if you really have any serious challenges doing it, you always can set up a 15, 20-minute phone call with me or a Skype call. We'll get it handled. So just do the very best you can. You know, I can't walk a mile in your shoes, so you got to start off, you know, the best way you can and present yourself what you think is best for you. Okay, Matt?
Yeah, I appreciate it, Mike.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, Nyla, I hope you're feeling better tonight. The mic's open, and again, like I said, I hope you're feeling a little bit better tonight, Nyla.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
My situation is pretty much just like Cassandra, just trying to figure out what's the best way to phrase everything, and just to grasp the attention with my experience throughout the years in business and in the medical field and back in business. So it's just a matter of wording.
Okay. Do the best you can, Nyla. Get back to me, and then I'll help you with that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Does that give you a comfort level that you don't have to struggle with it, is what I'm saying to you?
Right. It does give me a big comfort just knowing that I can get all of this down and you will review everything and help me.
Yes, very much so. We want to give you that one-on-one attention, you know, that you deserve, and that's the power of being in this group. So I look forward to your efforts, and we'll tweak and massage as we go along. How's that?
That sounds great. Well, thank you so very much.
Thanks, Nyla. Okay, we're going to go to Paul Glover. Hi, Paul.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mike, how you Mr. Mark, how you doing, and the rest of the crew that's on the net? What the only thing I had a question about, and I mean some of my comrades already asked the same question about our military experience, and my thing is, along with the military experience, it's about, I guess, the catch-all phrase. Like on my profile, I have in transit. So I want to, you know, how do we work on a phrase that's, you know, once they look at our name and the phrase is right there?
Are you talking about you're talking about the implied benefit or the irresistible offer that you want to put up there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So are you presently still in the military, Paul?
I just retired 3 weeks ago.
Thank you for serving.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Yes.
So, and I'm trying to.
I got some ideas on what could be done for that, okay? I really do. Because we all benefit in this country with people like yourself who, you know, serve and protect our freedom. So I've got some ideas, and what I want you to think about is not what you did in the service, but how we benefited from your service and other services. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That's where I want you to start when you put your pen to the paper, or you know, if you work on your keyboard, whatever. But that's what I want you to think about is, what benefit do we get from that?
Okay.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Give it a good whirl, give it a good try, and like I told those before you, send me an email. And I'll look at it, you know, and I know I connected with you yesterday or today, so on LinkedIn. So I'm here to help you with that. Do the best, Paul. Do the best you can. You don't have to get it right tomorrow. It doesn't have to be right tomorrow. We will get it. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot.
All right. And one other thing as well. Each of you should send an email to Diane Williams in St. Louis. And her email address is thinkaboutgod@gmail.com. And what you want to ask her is send me the names of all the students in this class and their email addresses, so all of you can connect with each other on LinkedIn as well. And then you can review each other's work as we're going along here too. That'll be helpful for you too. So remember to do that, okay? All right, we're going to go to Teresa Stovall. Hi, Teresa.
Hi.
So great to have you with us tonight.
Thanks. Great to be here. So I'm here. I'm in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much. First of all, really, really great course. Great people, great questions. Same thing. I'm transitioning out of a 30-year career in public relations, communications, and want to play with, I have a little bit of experience playing with language, but of course when it comes to yourself, it's always a little bit harder. And so I'm kind of looking at just how to really, my thought is to focus on affiliate marketing to help people create the lives of their dreams, but I'm real open to help.
Okay. Very good. Well, what I want you to do, Teresa, is just, put down what you think comes to mind and how you think this should work for you. And then you and I will tweak it. But the one thing that I would help everybody is this. Walk a mile in the shoes of the person that's looking at your summary. Think about what they're seeing and how you would want them to respond to it. Okay? So many times people, when they're writing advertising, they lead with features. Well, you got to switch that around and think about implied benefits and what that irresistible offer could be for somebody. Because that's how we can differentiate ourselves, Teresa, from everybody else that's out there.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm writing it down.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, Tom. Your mic's open.
How are you, Mike?
I'm doing well tonight.
Everybody hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Well, I think I'm in the same boat as a lot of other people. Same as Teresa. She's coming out of a long-term career. I came out of a long-term career with Pitney Bowes, and I've been retired for 5 years. So what you just said was a helpful thing, just to remember to put yourself in the possible client's position. And that's kind of what I did in my career. So that's a very good suggestion to bring me back on focus, just to think about what they would want, what their needs are, what their desires are, and try to match your summary statements and your irresistible offer to that. So, but I'll be candid with you, I'm just having a little hard time putting some phraseology together. I went in yesterday and got my volunteer set up, the experience, the jobs, and those can kind of tweak the verbiage a little bit on that stuff, and now I'm starting on the summary, and it's not easy because I spent so much time in one career that I look at your profile in Williams and I feel a little, quite honestly, inadequate. But so I guess I'm kind of where everybody else has. I just need to work on the phraseology and come up with something that gives you the basis to make some corrections and give some direction on.
Right. And, simple and benefit implied, Tom, is a good thought process too, as well. So I'm confident you get started on it. We can work together, massage and tweak that for you. You'll have it.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. I'm sure you can give some beneficial things. I mean, it's feature, benefit, incentive kind of selling, really. It's no different, but it's just putting it into a different arena than I've been used to. So.
And here's the other thing, too. Well, I want everybody, because I'm going to go to Carla next, and I got to go back to Kathleen, but what I want everybody to understand is why we like to have that implied benefit right up underneath your name. I think everybody needs to realize this and understand this part of it. You got, and I've talked about this in the first class, you got 5 seconds to get somebody's attention. Well, you want them to read that, but when they find something interesting there that could benefit them, guess what they're going to do, Tom? when they see that up there. They're going to scroll down, aren't they? They're going to start drilling down into your profile. And that's what we want. That's the purpose of getting people to your page. And you're going to stand out, and you're going to be really attractive to people that they want to connect with you. Otherwise, they wouldn't even bother in most cases, right?
Well, it's no different than walking into a customer's office, and in the first 5 seconds, you really have to give an initial benefit statement to even get them to let you in to see the decision makers. So it's no different.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. So, and again, as we go through this course together, we're going to be targeting like-minded people. So remember, when you start targeting these like-minded people and they come and they start connecting with you, and this, then, you're going to ask to connect with them, but they're going to be driving their people to you. So now you create this big circle of like-minded people coming together, which means you have, targeted list when you get finished of people you want to do business with. So you're kind of sifting and sorting too as you're doing all this. And that's where you come up with your targeted list. And once we get, the offer is only as good as the list, and then we measure from that list as well as we go through this. It's not that, it's just new terminology you're all hearing. It's not that difficult, but boy, it's fun. It's old school direct response marketing that's worked all the way back to the days of David Ogilvy and all the way up through all the greats, and it's just on the LinkedIn platform. It's just a new creation of all those things, but it's presented on LinkedIn. So that's where we're going, Tom. With that.
Let me ask you a quick question here. The implied benefit under the name, is that really the same thing as the irresistible offer?
Yes, it is. The
All right.
implied benefit / irresistible offer. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Tom. Thank you. Okay, let me go back up here to Carla Moss Johnson. Carla, you're unmuted. Go ahead, Carla. Carla, you might be muted on your end. I'll come back to you, Carla. All right. Any other questions? Anybody want me to go over anything else here tonight? Any part of this? Raise your hand. I'll open the mic for you. If not, I got a couple of questions for you, okay? Tom, you're unmuted. I'm sorry, Tom.
You know when the next. That's all right. I just was checking to see when the next couple of webinars are for next week.
As far as I know, they're going to be at the same time unless we have a meeting in the next 24 to 48 hours. If it would change, I'll let you know.
So we should plan for the next 3 weeks on Tuesday, Thursday, 5 o'clock?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
With the recording available as well.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to go down and just touch on a couple of things in here. How many of you thought about, the benefits of supply and demand? Have you ever heard of that before? Did you ever think how you might be able to apply it in your business and why it's so necessary for you to really have great success in your home-based business? Anybody have any thoughts on that or any questions on the supply and demand? Okay. Very good. I take that as a no. I didn't see any hands coming up. All right. We talked a lot about the first 5 seconds here tonight. We talked about, the difference the other night between a USP and an irresistible offer with the Anderson comparison, and that's in your lessons as well. We have the template here. And most of the time, as we discovered tonight, folks have, they don't struggle, but they kind of scratch their head when they get the specialties. And it's really not all that difficult. So keep in mind that you're going to look for some keywords that are going to really define and make you unique and what you want to bring the people that are reading your profile. Okay. All right. What I would like to leave everybody with here tonight is work on your profile. It's the foundation. Don't expect perfection. And many of us are perfectionists. What we're going to do here is we're going to give it our best shot. This is something new. I'm going to help massage and tweak it with you. We'll get it done. In addition to that, I want you all to connect with each other on LinkedIn. So send that request along to Diane again at thinkaboutgod@gmail.com. And as I got a chance to speak with a lot of you, as Brandon brought up about the branding of who he is and what he's about, don't forget to, to review and check out Dr. Lisa Christensen's site. She does a really good job. Really good job. And she's not really sending a whole lot of people to her website. She just does a fabulous job on her summary page. So keep that in mind. I think there's a lot to be learned from that. Some of you might think it's overkill, but she's right, she's prospected up. She's worked for Donald Trump, so on and so forth. So her brand, and she backs up what she says she's all about. So give it check through that too. And thanks for your effort. I'll look for your emails. If you run into any challenges, send me an email. We'll set up a time we can talk. And I know, Tom, I've got to set up a time with you. You had emailed me already. I'm working on that. I will address that time period that we need to get together next week. But I'm here for you. So don't struggle. Don't struggle at all. Just reach out, okay? All right. Have a good night. Thanks for the effort, and we're gonna have a great session, great 2 sessions next week as well. Take care. Again, good night. Thank you.